It's May 11th. I haven't planted my tomatoes yet, so I decided that it's time. Why I've been putting it off. I think I just kind of got out of the gardening mood because last week we had a couple not very warm days. Like, I don't know. May is it's still chilly. Like, I want it to be warm and it's not, so anyway, that's why I think I haven't been in the mood for gardening, but it's a good time to start tomatoes indoors up here. This is zone 3/4, and we have some micro climates around here, so kind of by the lake, it's kind of areas are more zone 3 than 4. So these are what I'm growing. I loved cherry tomatoes, and I actually wonder if we're gonna regret not having as many bigger ones, but I am doing a purple garden this year, so I wanted some purplish tomatoes as well. So I like growing things that I have either never grown before or that I know that I enjoy. So kind of got both here. I know that I enjoy cherry tomatoes and I've never grown blue beauties, so just keeps it fun. It keeps it interesting. So I've been using these little tripod things. I get these at Walmart. They're just little pods of soil or peat moss, and some of them want to float, but essentially you put in, for this whole set, it's about 7 cups of water, and then the pods expand, and then once they've expanded to, I think, like 2.5 inches, then you can peel open the netting that you see here, and then you just plant a couple seeds in each of them. Here's an example of the first tray that I was doing. You can see how high up they really do expand. It's kind of fun. It's like it's alive. Oh, there's little Bela. Oh, and that's our box of. Oh, we had some pie and just don't mind the mess, I guess. We're trying to get rid of cups and silverware that, there's just too much. So anyway, so that's kind of what they start to look like. And then once these are fully expanded, then I will plant the seeds and I will show you the shelving unit that I'm using. This is the product, I guess, that I am using. This year, I've never had this before where they put in plant vitamins. I'm not familiar with using those, so I'm probably not going to use them. And then little labeling sticks. So while I wait for the rest of the pods to expand, I'm going to just put a couple labels on I'm gonna label these labels. And so here's my third set, and they're just kind of floating around a little bit, so you can just move them back, and once they start to expand, you can just set them back into their little grooves. And here's the other one. It's already expanding. I'm just setting some of these little pods upright. And they said that it says that, once they're expanded, you can just dump the excess water. So I think these ones are good. Well, these ones look pretty much ready, if not ready, for me to put the seeds in them. So, and yeah, this is what they kind of mean by, you just kind of peel the netting open. It's just very fragile, easy to peel open. So, really neat. It's a really cool product. I mean, I'm not endorsing it necessarily, but I do think that if you're like kind of a beginning gardener, or maybe not as confident about gardening, I think these are a really good way to go. So I only have been starting tomatoes earlier than others, because all the other vegetables that I tend to grow, beans, peas, whatever, carrots, they don't really need an extended growing season. And I don't really know if tomatoes do either, but I know this has worked out well for me, and it's just kind of nice to get started in the gardening year, just starting things inside. So yeah, once I get these seeds sown, I will show you that no, we don't have a whole lot of southern facing southern facing windows. We don't live in a very like naturally lit house, but I still have started tomatoes very successfully in this house, and my fiance rigged up a really cool little shelving unit, and I can't wait to show you guys. So I'm not sure how well these seeds are going to do. I think I've had this pack of seeds maybe for a year, maybe two. I'm not really sure. So I'm just going to keep an eye on them, and if they don't end up starting to grow, then I will replace these with probably the newer pack, the Baxter's Bush Cherry. So this whole tray is these sweetie cherry tomatoes. So I'm just going to keep them. I'm going to go plant the other trays with the other tomatoes now. And these are the Blue Beauties. So notice I'm not really planting them too deep. I listened to Roots and Refuge Farm, and Jess had a really good rule of thumb is you try to plant seeds twice as deep as they are long, as the seeds are long. If they're 1 centimeter wide, then you'll want to plant them 2 centimeters deep about. And some of these I just planted one seed in there because, I mean, technically they should all sprout. These are new seeds, and usually they do. It's fine, but I don't know, just for the sake of, I don't know. Sometimes I doubt that the seeds will grow. And yes, this is a ton of tomatoes. I know that, and I'm probably going to regret it. I think a lot of gardeners quickly learn how much fun it is to see your seeds, or not your seeds, but see seeds grow, and be behind them growing and help them grow. But then, like, once they actually start producing, it's like, oh my gosh, like, there's way too much here. So my plan with this is to give tomatoes away if needed. I don't want to see food go to waste. I'm not really big into making salsa or anything, so the plan is to give them away, as there will be way too many. But I don't know, for anyone who might be new here, you'll quickly learn, like, this is not a gardening channel. I upload gardening videos, but it's not a gardening channel. I just fart around with the garden. Honestly, like, if you want to try something, you just gotta do it. And just try different things and don't worry about it working or not. It's just, that's what I've found about gardening. There's just the joy of being outside and watching something grow, and just, it's such a gift to see that. That was another tip from Roots and Refuge. Using these videos as kind of garden journals. So, yes, that's right. So I want to show you the shelving unit. I will show it to you right now. So this is the awesome shelving unit. He did coat it, so it should be waterproof, but I still might put a towel down just in case. But yeah, so I had a walking stick, and it's got some cracks in it, but yeah, I will show you when it's actually hanging up. I'll show you guys again, but so I have two more I will put down there, but what it's gonna do is we're gonna have nails or something up here, and it will hang. This is the south-facing window, and then this is the west-facing window. So again, we will have like a nail or something, so I can just move that shelving unit to the west window. Yeah, it's like there's just not a lot of room, so you have to kind of think about how you want to do things. It's fun in its own way. It adds a whole other challenge to it. But oh yeah, so these little containers, they become little greenhouses essentially. So I'm just giving these guys as much sunlight as I can before it sets indefinitely for the day. That's about it for my garden. I do want to get some video of what I'm doing with my garden bed. Oh, I know Bela. She really needs to go on a ride. Oh, hi, stretching bear. Hi. Because I'm starting, well, I'm learning how to use the reciprocating saw, or the Sawzall, and it's a learning process. Like, it's scary, but I'm trying to get over my fear of using it, and because I want to make some cool stuff. So I did get two ends of a pallet cut, and so I essentially have half of a garden bed already made. I'm so excited. It's just cool. And I know pallets aren't like the best wood to use, but it's just fun. It's just for the fun of it. It's just like it's free wood essentially, so like even if I have to do it again in a couple years, like, big deal. That's the way I see it anyway. Once I start getting some sprouts, I will probably upload another video for the log. Probably, if the weather is anything like it normally is, I'll probably be planting in the first week or two of June. And these guys should be pretty well ready to get transplanted by that time. Hard to believe now, but that's another beautiful thing about gardening, is you just have to trust what you can't see at the moment. Well, happy gardening, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys are doing well. Is it tub time?